Just as he hit the ground, they lowered a toe that stuck in his neck to the gills. Fragments of sacred caves riddle me this. 3 half-eaten corneas who hit the area, stalk the ground, stalk the ground. You should have seen the curse that flew right by you. Page of concrete, sting walks crutching, hobble sway, auto da fe, a capillary hint of red. Only this manupod crescent in shape as is dead. You must have been phlegmatic in stature. The gates of Thanos are spreading wide. You let the shutters make sackcloth and ashes out of a blind man's Packard's cry. You take the dive. You take the dive. You take the dive. It's not over till the tremulant sings. These acts of mantra, they don't make believe. Hell tempts the revenant. Slice up and not across. You take the dive. You take the dive. You take the dive. A massive gallon slug. Ass flies out walls of feet. A rapturous verbatim. Someone said, but who's to know? And when you find the fringe, the one that's hit that's been you find the artery is spilling by the day. Iconoclastic had it coming for years. Vein over prisons you have yet to fear. With those hide inside of sleeping bag mouths and living memoirs casting a drought.
That's on YouTube.
Oh, hey, how you going, man? Good timing. Just finished getting some stuff. How was work today? Second stream of the day. True. I forgot. Went late last night. Still feels shit. Fuck. How about you? Yeah, it was alright. Had a meeting today about like how they want to handle like outside collaborators authenticating into like Monash, and Monash are like super weird with security, and my boss is like, oh, let's just get like our requirements and then we'll see what they say. I'll be shocked if it gets anywhere near to getting that over the line. Like, I've been there, what, 13 years? I mean, I I hope he gets it through, but yeah, I don't see it happening. Um, Make it interesting for me at least, I guess. It'll be pretty crazy to try and implement, but either way. So yeah, he's still not well, man. Fucking hell. So is it like a flu thing, where you just feel like death? Yeah, fuck. Bit of death, throat running nose. Oh, miserable, mate. Yeah, that's the standard. Um, some too many Christmas activities. That's what that was. Too many. What the fuck is this thing? Bruh. Look at it. But I don't have my morale up yet.
I never did.
What the?
Dead.
Alright.
Here we go. Boom. Boom.
Thank you. I saw your message this morning at like 7, whenever you sent it. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I haven't even woken up and the goddamn day's already been ruined. Fucking cancelled podcast. Felt the same, yeah.
I'm infinitely smarter than you and infinitely more successful than you.
Cop it. Wake up to a H3 Discord notif. Fuck my life. Yeah, I know.
First time for me.
如此就夺回白马了。云长，恰逢初春，
What? Shut up.
正乃是以远行。
I'm not here to play stupid games with morons. I'm out in Miami, ho.
盐津之地，从天而降，求于凡人。
For fuck's sake.
Break those eggshells.
I'm just gonna skip the dialogue. I don't know what's going on anyway. I never did. Oh! Fat is not happy.
It's weird.
Don't call him a fat pig.
That's right.
Love ya. No homo. Cheers, my dude.
That was timed perfectly. Right as he like put it up to the thing. Oh, I'm gonna put that in the compilation for sure. Oh. I can. I need another 12. Okay. 12,000 I need. Yeah. Two of those. What? I'll just put them all in that. Reach level 80. Alright, onward. Onward. On you fucking idiot. I can't have you both here, boys. Hey, fuck off. Very good. Don't call him a fat pig. What a thing to say. God, what a fucked individual. Ah, the bloody dropout started early today, innit it? Come on, hurry up, mate. Already lost my buff. Ah. Oh, yes. Oh, come on, mate. Pull yourself together. I think, considering we're just exploring, put a bit of,
Oh, we need
Oh, yeah, this is where I was up to.
Sting. What?
Eh? See, that's the reason you shouldn't do it without me. That meant nothing. I'll be honest, good reason not to let you have this cup of tea. But I will anyway.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks. Just saying that Carl
How's the,
thinks all this nonsense about Pop Idol
how's the
is
Warzone
really
going anyway,
sort of,
Mike?
shallow, because they've not been around long enough to be worshipped by children. Unlike Santa Claus, who's been around well forever.
Yes. He was in Leicester Square in a big coach of his own. Who was? Gareth. He was only a small lad. He had the biggest coach I've ever seen.
Coach?
Yeah. One of those like National Express coaches.
He just probably come down from wherever it is you live.
No, with his head on the side.
What?
We went through this.
His own coach. Not
It's
not
so fun.
tour bus,
Holy
but
shit.
With his head on the side.
Oh yes, I can't wait to get into it.
Was he
I
driving?
should install it on my PC tonight. So
Was he really
when I
nasty?
finish
We
this,
can't
I
have
can
a
go.
toilet break yet. You
go
had your
straight in.
chance.
Yeah.
Sit down.
But it's just
Wait
the
till we
way
get the
it runs.
services.
I'm finishing this fag. And
Can't
then we're
wait
moving on.
to start all
Go back
over
to the
because
toilet
I'm
some
sure
more.
whatever I had prior.
It's a lovely
was,
restaurant here. All right, Jeff. What you know the people? Yeah, well, not my brother-in-law or anything.
It
Yeah.
would have been quite a snappy.
I'm
sound,
sure it would have
wouldn't
been
it?
rubbish.
No.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everyone keeps talking about
At least I'll have some things I can play with.
And he's got really bad asthma.
They
You're
don't.
right, you're right. We should attack the asthma more as well.
Do you think he's held that back for the final? Do you think he's bringing out the big guns for the final? Oh, and by the way, I've got.
Did you do some
Asthma.
The way he does that.
Can you
But he's trying
Well,
to-
I guess you.
that's
Well, at
not
least you
happening.
must be used to be able to. How's the loot trading in it?
That's the
Have you
therapeutic.
guessed about the asthma?
I thought you
read that
read
somewhere?
this or something. But you thought his asthma was because he goes.
Completely brainless when you
like
when you feel like it, and deep building good challenge when you feel like it. Huh, sick.
What if you ever have kids?
So we can trade items and shit.
Maybe he hasn't got asthma.
When you
yet.
cross the road, don't bother looking both ways.
Yeah.
Just walk straight
I
across.
love that. Imagine a doctor saying that. Oh, not asthma. No, he does that. Has he? No, it's not asthma then. Okay, well, I'm stuck.
We better
then.
operate.
Yeah, well, don't operate. He's just no, he just fell over.
No,
yeah.
I heard him breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Probably got something lodged.
Let me show you
I've
something real
got-
quick.
I've got a story
Random
about
item.
breathing heavily.
Alright, I think I'm safe up here. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Primed Animal Instinct. 49. Click on the buy button of any list. Huh, what the hell? It automatically messages? Paste it in game. Huh! That's awesome. How good is that? Brilliant. So, alright, so what's this currency then? What's this? Like, how do you get that currency? Do you just grind it, or is it something you can buy at, like, their shop? Platinum, right. You buy it for real money. Yep. Alright, cool. So have you sold any since you've been back, or bought any? I wonder what hours are going for these days. Probably not a lot, right? What the hell is that? Oh, it's the game. Bought a few things, yeah, nice. Can't be fucked selling. Yeah, too much effort. Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah, I'll definitely be on that once I'm finished with this.
Farrah Monk got you. Although Steve thinks it's Farrah Monk.
It makes more sense, do you think? Monk is a bit of a rubbish word, whereas monk, brilliant.
Yeah, but
Let's
it
not
is-
discuss it.
No, let's not get into a big highfalutin
Yeah, exactly.
phonetics argument. They can call themselves what they want,
That's up to them.
and good luck to them.
Yeah, good guys, good guys.
Now, I am going to Pop Idol tonight.
Yep.
This is what started it until he said there was a young kid being screamed at by kids because he had his own coach. with his
Steve's
head
right.
off.
Yeah, 100%. He's definitely
You
right.
know, you did sort of like.
I don't know why you're going though, Rick, because you know who's going to win. It's going to
No,
be Gareth, and there's no.
not necessarily.
Yes, it is, Rick. Oh, it is. There's
No.
Don't even fool yourself trying to drum up some excitement.
Well, look, wait. You see, they both got about the same vote, and Darius has got like 1.5 million. Now, I don't think the
Let's not
Darius
discuss
vote
it.
was sort of like the Gareth sort of floating voters, because he's a cute kid and everything, and he
Do you
sort of
wanna
like
make a
looks like a pop idol, and but he's not as good a musician. And I think maybe when people went for Darius, they were a bit kitsch, but I think they might.
Do you want to make a wager?
Oh, I bet Gareth will win.
Exactly. You see? You may as well stay home, Rick. You just want to go to meet PJ and Duncan.
Yeah, they call themselves Out on Deck nowadays.
Well, fair enough.
They're my
They'll
favourite.
always be PJ Duncan to me, and
They're brilliant. They
They're
are brilliant,
absolutely
aren't they? They're the best
But it seems to me
presenters.
there's no one else like on TV that kind of unites everyone. I don't think there's anyone really
No.
that can honestly say, if they're being honest, that they don't like Ant and Dec.
I know.
It's like there's no one else like it.
Phone
There's
in
no
if
one.
you don't like Ant and Dec.
And I'd like to hear your arguments for it, because I tell you,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying about this ironically. Oh, I like a couple of kids presenters ironically. I think
No.
they're genuinely good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're
yeah,
likeable.
they're
They're funny.
Yeah, and you can see
Charming.
they've got a great relationship as well.
They've got that sort of Morecambe and Wise.
Yeah.
every
God,
bit
man, I
of
was
it.
looking at my Gmail earlier,
Did you see in the
like
week
my
there was,
real old one,
what's his name?
and there was like
Dominic
pics from
Wilkins
that
and the Suns.
LAN we went to at
And, he had sort of
0
10
Networks in
questions that
like
should be
St
answered
Kilda
by
or wherever the hell it
because he
was.
thinks, you know, everyone's got a vested interest in Gareth.
God, that was a fucking throwback.
And there were various questions, one of which was, why is it that what Gareth
gone all
only
the way
seems
back
to
to the
stutter
start,
when
I
he's
think.
being interviewed live?
So yeah, I'll send it on to you.
We've answered that one for you, Dominic. He was trying. You realised that he'd written a list and he didn't really have enough to fill up 10.
Although you
Oh, I
were
still
not
use
the one
Gmail.
who
It's
put
just
it
like
in
a
there.
real old like
That's
email,
annoying
like
me.
one that I
His
had
goal
in
was he
like
thought that he was
I think it was like
affecting the stuff. And it was the
2009 or
weirdest
10.
That someone's stuttering though.
Really annoys me because it's just
It's got like all our old like
The thing
booking
is,
for
I
New
know you
York
say,
and
oh,
shit
you
on there,
shouldn't be- you
like
shouldn't be, right. We're talking about
like
pop
my
idol.
correspondence
Now,
with the
everyone accepts the fact
with
that
the
he's got
person who
ability
did
to
the
design pop idol. We
that
all
stuff.
accept that. And I'm saying I also want him to be
Asking her
able to be my pop idol. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a study.
that
but
we're
I'm
getting
not saying
tickets
there's anything wrong
delivered
with
there.
that.
We needed a solution figured
There's a
out.
body fascism.
Yeah, there should
but-
also be a
but-
vocal fashion.
Why did you get
Yeah,
a
but
new
there's
one?
not a trauma
Yeah, but it's
if
not.
you
It,
don't
I
look
got the
like
Not
a
Marks
pop
one
star.
like
There
years
is a
after this
trauma
one.
in society if you can't speak normally.
This is one
So
from
it's a
like
much
yeah,
trauma.
like
It's trauma.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
But,
It's not-
but it's not. I'm not
Like-
arguing about what we see.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
like
a
years
lot
and
of
years.
people think that a lot of people get abused if they're ugly. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's
well,
the case.
I can't speak very well.
No, I don't know if that's the case. But
We'd make one great pop star between
I like
us.
to think so.
My looks.
Yeah,
and
but
your
why'd you get a
looks.
second year? Oh, cause
Although you sound like some
yeah,
sort
that
of
one.
weird word
I don't
for-
know.
I'm
I
not
think at
trying
just
to
some
be
point
pop
I got
idol.
pissed off, and I was just getting. I was on like a million lists, and instead of
Alright,
going
well,
through it and
like, you know,
unsubscribing, I
it's
just made a new
Oh,
one.
dear.
Thought we'll
Oh,
draw a
God.
line under
Look at
that.
us three. Imagine if we tried to
Um,
do like BB Mac or like Funky
So
Ones.
yeah,
I'm just thinking of, like
just
three different
easier
guys.
to just do
Genesis.
did
that.
I mention about when we were in America? Did I mention that last week?
The Police, no?
But yeah, it still means I've got
Oh,
old
no,
shit
I
on there,
mentioned that last week, yeah.
which is alright.
I was in America at a wedding. Went to a wedding with some friends. We were walking through America. There's 5 of us walking down the street in New York, and a car pulls up, and some Chinese tourists lean out, and they went to us. Excuse me, are you NSYNC? And we said, yes, we are. And they were taking a photo and stuff.
Just think of Steve.
Are you NSYNC? Yeah.
Like 2 foot taller than
Which
the
member
others.
of NSYNC is 2 foot taller than all the rest?
Don't Chinese people like tall people or something?
Right, play record.
No,
No, 'cause
I don't think you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Carl. We're likely to get in dangerous territory.
Yeah. Don't Chinese people like tall people?
There's something. I'm sure. Do you know, like I was
Phone in if you're Chinese and you like
Carl,
tall people.
what worries me is that when they did Chinese lessons, you were down the beach in Wales.
In Ruth Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Paul Maddock. Oh, this is Song for the Lovers. It's a beautiful track. It's Satellite Love. It's classic. It's gorgeous. It's Lou Reed.
Rick, can I dedicate this to someone?
Go on then. It's
Carl,
so-
you shouldn't have pressed the button.
Well, he's doing his job. You
No.
shouldn't have said, "Can I dedicate this to someone?"
We've had a letter.
Yeah.
Sophie wants to dedicate a song to her boyfriend Peter. They're firm fans of the show. Let's
Alright.
play Satellite Love for them. by Lou
Yeah.
Reed.
Beautiful. Song for the Lovers.
Don't ruin it this time.
Oh come on. God damn it.
Oh, brilliant. How to ruin a song by Ricky Gervais. Do you want to explain what you were doing?
I was just singing along to the backing
not just,
vocal,
You're not just singing along.
doing it like a mental.
Well, just-
Well, I haven't got my headphones on. I've got to do it in time. Wait, was it? Is it finished?
What the
And I was just
fuck was he
going, when
doing?
Bowie, well, Bowie goes, satellite. I was going, like that.
Yeah. But in room 101, you're going to put irritating people.
I know, but it's something nice. Like,
You're going to climb down that little poo and climb in yourself.
It's sort of, yeah, maybe.
You know they have sort of a visual representation of the thing that irritates them. They always have that, like Shakespeare, there would be a bust of Shakespeare's head, which is a picture
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh dear. Bowie in the background, Satellite Love, Song for the Lovers. I should have
I
like
love the
sung
idea
along on air.
I love the
Oh,
idea
I
of
need
you
to
when
kick
came
that
out, you know,
down.
sort of
Okay.
17, got a girl back to your place, you know, just making out with her. Just that record's on in the background. You just go, ow. I'm gonna have to shoot off now, Rick. Ow. Just send me to it. I'm enjoying myself. Ow. I'll finish myself off. Ow.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh, you can't do that.
Oh,
Oh.
we've cheapened that song.
Oh.
You've ruined that song forever for me. Now.
No, I haven't.
But it's, see, the thing about Lou Reed is because Perfect Day, just
Yeah.
a genius song. But we can never play it now, can we? Because of that BBC ad.
No, because I'll tell you what. What's her name coming in at the end? M people.
Yeah.
That thing she does
It's
with her
utterly ruined
voice.
that song. There's a couple of songs that have kind of, like I always remember.
And who's that one that goes, it's such a perfect day?
Yeah, something
who's
of
that?
opera Ponce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
shit.
song- any other songs ruined because?
Oh,
of that
come
song
on.
and things?
That
That song, First Time, which was on the Coke ad. First time, first love. Ruined now, 'cause that was on Coke.
wasn't that Fallen on Blondes?
And that was
Jeff-
Robin Givens. wasn't
Robin
it?
Givens, yeah. What was the? Didn't Fallen on Blondes do something like that? I just keep seeing Fallen on Blondes in the playlist.
I think
just-
Porn on Blondes just they ruined their own career by writing songs.
Yeah. Yeah, we should play Fallen on Blondes one week.
Rick, I was going to say something to you
Go on.
before we got sidetracked. What were we talking about, Carl? Oh, we were
Oh,
talking
no.
about
We nearly lost it then a bit, but I think we pulled it back.
It's okay. No, we had a fascinating fact that we were going to.
Oh yeah, if everyone in China, Carl,
This is true, Carl.
Right,
Carl,
listen to
wake
this.
up and listen.
listen, if everyone in China jumped, it wouldn't be hard to coordinate. They did hands across America. They did up yours, the laws, right? We can coordinate this. We can get the sun involved or something like that. Everyone, 1.2 billion or something, jumped up and down at the same time.
Shut up.
It
You're not
would
explaining this clearly
It would
enough.
cause a tidal wave that would destroy America.
If every person in China jumped up at the same time, that would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America. Apparently, according to physics.
According to physics.
It is no true. It's a fact. We're not making this up. We both know this
Yeah.
is a fact.
We're not making it up. We've heard it, but obviously I don't know. I don't know what that's based on. Someone going, just had a terrible thought, Mr. President. What is it? No, you know the atomic bomb and all that. Yeah, forget it. Forget it. If everyone in China jumped up and down, they'd wipe us out. Right? You know what I mean?
See, there should be some Chinese leader just threatening them with that.
Yeah, just showing them a picture of
Just
everyone
pictures-
just poised
just pictures of Chinese people just crouching.
on pogo sticks.
Exactly.
Just a billion
Or
Chinese
just,
people.
Just also on the Great Wall of China, about to jump off. That would be brilliant.
Oh
See, look at
dear.
Carl, he's dumbfounded. He's scared
He's
now.
scared now, ain't you?
But there's more chickens in the world than people.
Oh,
Play record.
well, that's brilliant. If you can substantiate that, please get in touch.
What an amazing track.
Incredible.
Who?
No one else is playing that on a Saturday afternoon yet,
No,
are they?
no, I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean that in a good way. I mean that like we're breaking new territory. Like
Just the
playing
intro.
songs from the early
The
70s.
intro's got to win the best. Oh no. I think Dr. Fox or Simon Bates said that about a track once.
Really?
This has got to be the best intro of a rock song ever. The fact that I was saying it about The Who and he was saying it about Money for Nothing is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Someone made me sit in their car once with their new car stereo system so that they could play me the beginning of Money for Nothing.
Oh.
Just that. There.
Oh.
You've probably got that in the library, haven't you?
Is it right that Roger Daltrey, in
Yeah.
The Who,
Yeah, that's right.
his kid is in EastEnders, that one who plays Robert? Something my mum told me, I don't know if she's got it right or wrong.
What,
But
Rob?
He does look like
No, that's
him.
What, Dean Gaffney?
Yeah. But he didn't want to go off his dad's name and that, so...
So he used his brilliant talent.
No.
Pox-faced.
do you know if that's right?
Well,
I don't know.
It
But,
looks like him, doesn't it?
well, I'm sure that's libelous if it's wrong.
oh right, yeah, you'd be ashamed to have Roger Daltrey, you there.
Well, no, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Specky, Spotty.
Spotty, so I
Yeah.
looked at you.
Yeah. All right, calm down.
Well, I don't know, you've got nice clear skin. At least I didn't call you Spotty goggle-eyed freak, boy. You've got a nice skin, not a nice complexion, smooth-faced goggle-eyed freak, boy, fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fish.
Nice.
Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like mum and dad arguing? Do you get all...
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
Oh no, rattling
Did
round
you
that
make
little...
any friends when you were down on the caravan site?
Yeah, a lot of people from Birmingham were there.
What kind of pals did you have? What were their names?
I can't remember, it was years ago, but
Yeah.
they all had rich parents.
Right.
Like, they had like their own car to drive around the campsite and all that.
Yeah.
So I used
Their
to
own
do that one.
fence.
So I'd have a
With,
And but they were mates, and you saw them every year, did you? Or every 3 weeks when you went down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
oh.
and you didn't keep in touch with any of them?
I'll admit now, I went to the same place in a caravan for about 6 years running. I went to a place called Riverside in Bognor because someone round the corner from us had a caravan, two-wheel caravan. Me, my mum, and my nan.
I think I'm really lucky to have had it, really. Because a lot of mates who I had didn't have enough money to go on holiday, and they got it as a present for the summer holiday.
Damn.
I would just like.
Of course, they've got an education, so it swings
Yeah,
around
but
a bit.
Carl, the thing is with Carl is, right, I want to give him gifts.
Yeah.
I want him to have the loveliest Christmas ever. I want him to go pony trekking. Do you know what I mean? I want to just...
Share the horses.
So many things we don't know about Carl.
Fell off one at a fete, and the woman didn't know what to do. She couldn't handle the horse. It was running off. I was hanging underneath, getting a kick in the head. No,
Really?
Now, hang on,
Amazing.
what age were you? Because this could explain a lot.
I was about 6.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh, I think we've got to the bottom
dear.
of it here.
Oh no, got kicked in the head by a horse, lived in a caravan, and had to live in Wales half the time. Oh, then no wonder this is your favourite time of the week. Do you look forward to this all week, these 2 hours?
What would make you truly happy, Carl? Do you mind me just asking that? What would make you truly happy in life?
I was thinking about it in the week and I don't know.
You don't know. There's nothing that you particularly want that you feel like once I've got that.
Well, the easy answer there is money, isn't it? But
No,
I
it's
don't
not
know,
true.
I don't know if it's true.
No, you know, you just need enough
Do
money.
you feel spiritually satisfied?
Yeah.
I'd say.
Carl, have you embraced the good word of the Lord?
What do you mean?
Well, Jesus Christ,
we're-
my Lord and Saviour.
We're having a meeting tomorrow. It's in the church hall, and we'd like you to come along.
I went to a church.
Rick, I've got to say
once.
this. I got this housemate who I don't know that well, and I've been
Right.
living with him for about two months or something.
I
right?
can't
And
tell
in
if
the
he's
kitchen, washing
facing
up,
me or
And
not.
I just turned to him, right, and he doesn't know me that well because we sort of talk to each other now, but we don't know. I just turned to him. I went, Matt, have you got to know the good word of the Lord? And he looked at me with utter fear in his face. And I just went, I just think we should sit down a bit and just talk about, amazing. And he just looked at me. He was utterly petrified. I just started laughing, cracking up, and it's the sigh of relief. He was
Yeah.
absolutely petrified. It's a brilliant game to play if you're getting a lift on a long car journey
Yeah.
with people you don't
Maybe
know very
a
well.
hitch
Just
up.
bring that out.
Yeah.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Once
If you're also
I had,
when you pick up the hitch, I say like, I wonder
What are
what
they
this car would
called?
look like on fire.
Charity people show up
Things
at the
like
door
that.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I like to drive the long way down the road.
And
yeah. Would you, what
kept
does your
the- I
knife
kept
feel
the,
like when it's going into
like
your eye?
security door shut, so I was talking to him via that.
What?
And I was like, yeah, don't, not interested, I don't care. And I was about to close the door on him, and like this as a last ditch effort, he goes, well, before you go, you know we are partnered with Save the Kids. And I said, yeah. Okay, so guess I'll catch you later, boys. I don't know how that is that's not gonna
Yeah.
change anything.
Oh, this is not the famous one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He took
Okay,
his arm
good.
partial, and he was making
Can't believe
jokes.
you
His
even.
arm was
I thought it
out.
was a delivery.
No.
And because they go, because he knocked and went hello, and I was like, oh, that's sounds like a postman sort of thing to do. I went out there and it's these two dicks
Yeah.
And it was going around the rollers.
with a bunch of bullshit.
So he's like, and the skin's like being wrapped around and it's like pulling it so he can see his bone and stuff.
Oh no.
And,
So, yeah.
He was there for like ages going.
Didn't
He had a penknife in his pocket, so he got that out with the other hand.
getting that out of me.
Open it. I mean that's
Yeah, because they stick, don't they? After a while, I've got one of those Swiss Army knives,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
it's.
well, that's what it was. A little one.
I can't do it with two hands sometimes once they get all full of gunk.
He managed to do that with one hand. And
Yeah.
cut away the skin.
There you
That's
go.
not true, is it?
Yeah.
Has he learnt to farm again, like the drummer of Def Leppard? Has learnt to drum again.
Have they got like just like the
Can
handles
he
like?
farm now with just one arm?
It was good because he was making a joke out of it. And
Oh,
that.
that's
I
good,
think,
that's
I think that's good. But
That doesn't mean you can, Steve. Though
No, sure.
he had to cut his own flesh off to escape a combine harvester. He doesn't
Okay,
need
so
to.
this is obviously a thing. Jesus. should all just rush him. Oh shit. Alright, this is pretty cool. Jesus. Couldn't we just have a nice sword fight? Come on, dickhead. Jesus. How do I kind of want to kill it without this idiot on my team. Oh well. Whatever.
This is the first time for me.
But I kind of want to play Neo as well, because I never really got into those games. I think I'd get into it a bit more. Although that'll always be there. Hop on Warframe, brah. Yeah, I will. I will. I wonder how many people I've got left.
身上的邪气。此等大恩，永生不忘。有朝一日定当相报。不如，俺兄弟三人再去赏花，俺知道个好去处。好主意。但是，战斗尚未结束。袁绍企图利用妖魔大军之力一统天下。说来，官渡的天空也是奇怪。莫非
You know.
Making voice cracks.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I just always remember getting a hot plate out of the oven when I was younger, and that absolutely killed.
Yeah.
It stuck to my fingers, and I just thought the pain that he must have been going through.
Yeah.
Must have been what? You must have been worse than a hot plate.
Oh,
Must have been worse than maybe dropping a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's nearly it.
That is pretty much it.
XFM 104.9. Fast approaching 3 o'clock.
It is indeed. Is that pretty much it, Carl? Is this our last link?
I'd wrap it up.
Yeah? Yeah, so would I, actually. It's Song for the Ladies' Time. And this is a song you put me onto, Rick.
It's a beautiful
If
song.
you recall. Special View, a.k.a. Telescopic Love from The Only Ones. The B-side of Another Girl on Another Planet. Their only hit, maybe?
Well, yeah, I think one of them. But,
Some great stuff on the best
I know,
of The
yeah.
Only Ones, which is just a band kind of...
Another Girl,
essentially
Another
forgotten.
Planet. That might be up for the best intro in a rock and roll record of all time. I'll put up Won't Get Fooled Again and Another Girl, Another Planet. Foxy, he's already putting up Money for Nothing.
Exactly.
So maybe we'll run that competition next week.
Yeah, although Walk of Life is particularly good. Here comes Johnny singing oldies, goldies, bebopalula, baby, here. Oh, genius.
Oh, nonsense.
Walk of Life. Okay, so this is a Special View from The Only Ones, a song for the ladies. And that's it.
Goodbye.
Oh.
I can't remember being a baby.
I can't remember being a baby.
This is Strokes and see? Strokes. Someday.
Absolutely.
Stone Roses on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello there.
And Carl Pilkington for the last time,
Indeed.
I'm afraid.
Yes.
So, you know, we're going to have a little bit of a chat. We're sewing up some things with Carl.
Indeed.
We're giving away that prize, that BAFTA bag, and, you know...
Playing some great music.
And we're just, I mean, I'm bringing in my favourite tunes. I'm bringing the Smiths, Radiohead, Cat Stevens, David Bowie, Neil Young, the classics. Steve's doing the same.
Indeed.
Well, Carl, the last time for... apparently, someone's got it a bit wrong. We're not actually away for 6 weeks. We're away for about... we'll be back in August, won't we?
Okay, hell.
Yeah. No, don't swear.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
On the last show, you have to say that.
Already brought the tone down.
Yeah.
Cheapened it.
And I think it's blasphemous as well.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, hell isn't, is it?
Isn't it?
No, I don't think... that's not blasphemy, is it?
Taking hell's name in vain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was it you were saying the other week about Queen Mum used to have a right mouth on her?
What?
I don't think we said that on air, Carl.
What? No, but last week you were saying about bad language, and I was saying, there'll come a time when bad language isn't, doesn't matter anymore. You can F and Jeff and stuff.
Oh, I know what he's talking about, Steve.
Really?
Right, let me explain to you, the listener at home. Carl was worried about swearing, and as a joke, off air, it was last week, we were saying that in the 1940s and 50s, the Queen Mum used to say things like, and we were quoting things she'd said, like sounding like, but putting F's and C's in there, and you believed us.
What, so this whole week you've believed that we somehow had knowledge that the Queen Mum used to swear like a trooper?
We were doing fake quotes from her in her voice, but putting in F's and C's, and you believed us. I mean, I didn't even think... I thought you were going along with a joke, but it obviously made an impact.
Carl, we've said this. You've got to question and query everything. You can't take things at face value, certainly not if they come out of the mouths of Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that, Carl. It was a little trick.
Is there any other things now that, as you look back over
we've
the
said that you've been thinking about that I can tell you now that was a lie?
Anything you've maybe queried or questioned, you've thought, that doesn't seem right, that maybe Ricky's told you?
Something might come to me later on, but...
Okay. Well, what about Carl? I mean, we love you, right, obviously, we know that. We've got great affection for you. We look forward to this. I'm going to miss you, really, and I'll tell you what, you've got a heart of gold. Now, wait till you see what the record is, Steve, and you'll see what I've done.
Is it Heart of Gold?
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right, that's why he's a bronze award winner at the Sonys.
I don't get up for bronze. I don't get out of bed for bronze.
No, that's a waste of our time.
Al Pilkington over there on XFM 104.9, winner of a bronze award at Sonys.
Radio Award.
The Radio Oscars. So
Man
Phil
alive.
Jupiter said. That's what he called them on Liquid News.
I'll tell you this, Rick, I'm not used to being on a table with losers.
No, I don't. I'm glad. I didn't want to come in to do the final show.
No.
I went straight over and sat with Pete and Jeff, didn't I?
Yeah. I went over
Radio
to
4. I went over with Paul Gambaccini.
I went over to BBC World Service.
Yeah.
It's a lot funkier. A lot cooler.
Won an award.
Yeah, they swept the boards.
Yeah. I don't... Bronze is nowhere.
What was the mood? What was the mood here?
Silver's... What was the mood here?
Because the day after, because people were... let me tell you that, I think XFM deserved an award, and I thought it was criminal, actually.
But what I did like, that we certainly had the room, because Pete and Jeff said good luck to us and Christian, that was really nice. And then someone else mentioned it.
James Nesbitt.
James Nesbitt said XFM and stuff, so it certainly had the...
Gambaccini said something about it.
Yeah,
Did
so
he?
it certainly had the room. And for a local... You've got to realise it's a local radio station, and it can't compete, really, with Radio 2 and Radio 4. And
but what was the mood the day after, here at XFM?
It was alright. I think we expected a few more,
but you shouldn't take this thing seriously anyway.
But what I didn't
never
realise,
take
Rick,
awards seriously.
But what I didn't realise is you have to pay thousands of pounds just to nominate, just to get into the running for an award. So you've already, they've squandered thousands of pounds.
No,
just
it's not thousands, is it?
Well, it mounts up because you pay to enter.
And then the table.
You've got to buy like mini discs and that to send your stuff in on.
Sure.
With Sony mini discs.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Carl.
I'm not saying anything.
No.
And also then you've got to pay for the table.
Right.
And the food and the drink. It's a few grand.
I swore on live television as well that night.
Yeah.
But I've never done that before. I've sworn before, but never accidentally. And we were being interviewed for, and Christian was sort of like quite, being a bit boisterous, and he must have brought out the worst of me, and I just accidentally said the F word, and I apologised straight away. I didn't want to embarrass Phil Dupas. He was doing a good job.
He does that himself, yeah.
But I was thinking about yesterday, I was saying a bronze isn't worth having, right?
Yeah.
But, say like...
We're only joking, none of them are worth having, but they're very nice. They're very nice to win.
Bronze is pointless.
But say that, because like, bronze is like coming last, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the person who won the marathon this year? No?
Yeah, but that's because we're not sporty. I'm sure there's lots that can.
But then, the guy who came last, who was in the swimsuit, people remember him. And
no, I don't remember his name either.
No, what's his name?
No, but he was 6 days late. He was really
Yeah, but
bad.
what's his name then?
You see, no one's remembering either.
No, but if someone said who won the marathon, I'd go, I don't know, but there was that guy in the swimsuit.
Well, I'd say I don't know, it was a woman.
Yeah.
She had shorts on and trainers.
I'm just trying to make...
My point is, what they will remember is that we were losers. That's what they remember. They may not remember our names.
Yeah.
They'll just point and shout losers.
We're all winners, aren't we? We're all winners, really.
For taking part, sure.
Yeah.
And it's all subjective as well, isn't it?
Go on.
I mean, I'm not going to moan about awards because you've won a lot of them. It's like saying they don't mean jack. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, right, there's some shows that won awards and you go, yeah, that's worth an award.
I think you've got to treat it. I mean, some awards actually boost your profile or career or your cachet or everything like that. Some it's just a nice night out when it's nice to win, but I don't think you should really take any award that seriously.
What worries me, though, Rick, as I mentioned on the night, is that when I was at school, I mean, you look at me now, you probably think he's an athletic kind of guy, he's a sporty dude, you know, but at school, bizarrely, that was not the case.
No, what were you, a bit of a lanky beanhole? with
It
the
turns out.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and yet I got a silver in the high jump. Yeah. And I've done better in the high jump, right? Did no training whatsoever, did no practice, just turned up.
You were 2.5 foot taller than every other person in your class.
Yeah, but wait a minute. People think that if you're tall, that makes you easier. It makes it easier for you to do the high jump. Surely not, because I've got all that leg to get over the pole. That makes it harder for me, surely.
Don't talk rubbish.
What are you talking about?
Well, of course, the taller you are, the more chance you got at the high jump.
Well, explain that to me.
What? Are you okay then? So, is it harder for a 6-foot man to step over a matchbox or a baby midget?
A baby midget? That is tiny, Rick.
Hang on. Here's something I've learned, remember?
Go on.
Back to like show 4 or whatever.
Go on.
What is it?
4?
The flea can jump over the London Eye?
No! No, it can jump the equivalent of, if it was a 6-foot man, it can jump about 6 inches high. A flea cannot jump over the London Eye.
Yes, it can. Yeah, it can.
And
Tell your kids that.
Yeah, it can.
Oh, a flea can jump over the London Eye. And an ant can lift 3 Volvos.
But you're talking about fitness people and that. Remember
Go on.
when we were in the pub, right?
Yeah.
And your mate Johnny was in there.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that guy who got done, right? Because he entered a wheelchair race.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with him. His legs were all right.
Yeah.
Now, he got done because he shouldn't have been involved in it.
Yeah.
But don't you think that really he's really good for doing that? Because he's not normally in a wheelchair.
Sure.
So he's not used to how they move about.
Yeah.
His arms aren't as strong as the other fellas who are always in the wheelchair.
Sure. He had his mate pushing him. That was the problem.
Yeah, it was motorised.
I'd give him a gold plus. Just you know, you're taking a bloke who's not used to doing something. He does it the first time and beats the people who are at it.
What about that woman, though, that was disqualified in the shooting because she was in a wheelchair and she was just in the normal able-bodied Olympics. It was just she entered, right? But she wasn't allowed to rest her elbow on the arm of her chair because that was at a disadvantage. She was in a wheelchair and she's shooting, but she was getting unfair advantage. And they said you cannot put your elbow on the arm of your
Sneaky,
wheelchair.
aren't they? No, they are. You've got to be careful. You've got to be careful.
Do you want to play
Some of them aren't even disabled, it turns out.
Hold on, though. We're talking about athletes, aren't we? What record should we play next?
I'd love to hear that single that was out a couple of months back by Athlete. Let's have Athlete. Man alive. West Side by Athlete, a track that I know you and I have enjoyed.
Yeah, it's one of our favourite new
over the last
tracks of
6
the
or
year,
7
that one. Yeah, very good. More of our favourite tracks to come on XFM 104.9.
You know,
me, Ricky
mentioning
Gervais, and you,
Steve Merchant,
and
Carl Perkinson.
Sure, go on.
You know, I was mentioning
Shoot.
the high jump. That
Yeah.
high jump. Do you know the reason I didn't get the gold? It's faintly embarrassing because the guy it was just neck and neck, me and another guy. In fact, he was slightly shorter than I was, and I was using the traditional Fosby flop. Is it the Fosby flop?
Fosby flop.
And he was using a method which I can only describe as the Superman, where he was running at the bar and diving headfirst over it. I've never seen this technique before.
It's illegal, that's
Absolutely
why.
incredible. Is it not?
Yeah.
allowed?
Fosby flop only works because his shoulder and that are going over before his head.
Right.
That's they got around the rule. You weren't allowed to dive over because it was too
Obviously,
easy.
no one monitoring that.
Yeah, no.
Just the
no.
games teachers having a quick fag.
Yeah, yeah. What was his name again?
The
fag.
I think his name was Mr. Woodbine. Anyway, so he's using this method, right? And it gets neck and neck, and I don't know how many chances you get to knock down the bar. But anyway, it got to the point where basically I had to get over the bar, or I was going to come second.
Sure.
And I decided at that point to use his method. Because he'd seemed to be doing so well with it, I thought, well, I'll try that then. That looks easy.
Oh, dear.
And ran at the bar, launched, didn't actually get my feet off the ground. Just hit the bar like I was someone finishing a race, you know. Going
Did
to the finish
you
line.
have...
It was so pathetic, just clattered everywhere.
I just want to get this picture of you at the age of, what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
6'5" already, probably?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Probably, what, about 9 stone?
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you have your glasses on?
Of course I did.
You must have looked pretty sexy.
Probably a small bum fluff tash.
Yeah. Yeah.
as well.
That must have been good.
That
was
was a
it
good
true
looking-
once, when you were about 16, you decided to wear a dicky bow to school?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
must have been great.
That was during my PG Woodhouse phase.
He's not.
Yeah.
You thought you'd be a hit with the ladies if
I
you were
thought-
more sophisticated.
Not only that, I thought it'd make me kind of kooky and eccentric, like I wasn't already. 6'7",
Yeah.
goggle-eyed.
Yeah.
Like they're not already thinking there goes a weirdo. Oh, he's a weirdo with a bow tie.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Does it spin round, mate?
Yeah, what-
You're getting me hot.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I wore that for about 6 months, and it was in school colours because we had to wear a tie. So school, but this was a bow
Fantastic.
tie. I mean, now I don't. Oh man,
I can't
I
believe
don't know
it.
what I was
Carl,
thinking.
when you were a little Pilkington, right? What was if you had hair? What would it be like?
What do you mean?
Well, you obviously had hair then back then. What was the style?
It was like sort of. I had quite sort of fine, sort of straight hair.
Yeah.
Hairdresser once said to me, "You've got hair of a Chinaman."
He was a wise man, wasn't he? What do you think that meant then? Oh.
He just said, "You've got the same hair as a Chinese man has. Very straight, quite fine."
Why is he telling you? I just imagine this part going, the Arsenal did well, didn't it, sir? Something on that? You've got that you have the hair of a Chinaman. I'm sorry, nothing. You're not the spy. Thank you, good night.
You're not the spy.
You're not
You
my
have the-
contact.
Yeah, lovely.
It was
You have the feet of a fish. I'm sorry, nothing. It's not you. Okay, next. You have the hair of a Chinaman.
It was one of those barbers. It was a cheap one, just on a railway bridge.
I don't believe that. Go on.
And it
On a railway bridge.
That's why it was cheap. It was very low rent, so he could charge
That wasn't the
50p.
barber. That was a man with some scissors.
Yeah. Did you go, oh, have to move you there, sir? Wow. Okay, back in the chair, sir.
I imagine them on one of those things you always see in old films where you've got to,
You
kind
have
of
to
press
pump it
down
up
on
and
that
down,
thing
yeah,
so it
like a
travels along the
seesaw.
track.
Yeah,
It wasn't as good as that. It was just a normal chair, little wooden hut, and he did have to stop when a train came past because it used to.
Well, because he had to change the signal.
just making a few extra bucks. Yeah. Oh, I love
That's
that.
Manchester for you.
Oh, God.
I always
Oh, it
remember
wasn't
him.
Bernard Cribbins, was it?
I always remember him saying, "Do you want your hair washing?" And I said, "Is it free? You know, does it come with it?" And he said, "Yeah." So I said, "Oh, go on then." He said, "Hang on now, I'll just have to wash these mugs up." He had like a sink full of mugs.
Oh,
So I'll just
God.
take these out and then I can wash your head.
Oh, no.
And that's why
Why did you go to this man?
it was cheap. It was
How
like
much was it?
about £2.
And when was this?
God, at 80, 88, 89.
All right.
Yeah.
So what happened to your Chinese hair?
Uh,
When did it start coming out?
You have the hair of a bald Chinaman now,
Yeah.
don't you?
You've got the hair of a Chinaman in a box now.
I used to just work a lot of hours, and I think,
That's what made it fall out.
yeah, of course.
No,
like,
it's
well,
not. It's genetic. You can't
It's
stop
not
it. can you?
genetic.
Of course it
Is
is.
your dad bald?
No, he's got more hair than me now, I think.
Is your mum?
Kojak's got more hair than you, Carl.
Anyway,
Don't have a go at Carl's hair. That's a bit harsh.
Oh, look at his little
what
face.
did it say before in that book about going bald? It said it had a little tip, didn't it? We'll go over them later.
We'll go over them
if you're
later.
going Thin, doesn't it say cut your hair short and something like
So
that?
it makes you look thicker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got people are offering Carl lots of. We're coming up to that. In
Yeah,
a
well,
few,
we'll
few
go through that.
minutes
So obviously we.
to win that BAFTA bag.
Shall I remind people what the competition was?
Yeah.
Last week we were giving away this bag that we got signed by various celebrities at the BAFTAs, and we asked you to email or write in with your suggestions as to what you have that you could swap for the bag, and it has to be something that will enhance Carl's life. We've had quite a lot of suggestions. I'll go through those a bit later, but they're some of them are quite eccentric.
Meanwhile, I'm going to play one of my favourite songs off one of my favourite albums.
I look forward to hearing it.
It's Radiohead. It's the Bends, and this is Black Star.
Go for it.
Sugar Cubes.
Hit.
Yeah, on XFM 104.9. Our last show till August.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that. We'll miss it. We can't avoid it really. We've got to go away and do some filming, and they're only going to miss you anyway, Carl. They can do without us now.
Zoe Ball's on.
Yeah, Zoe Ball. And who else is after her? She's not doing the whole run, is she?
Yeah, I think so.
Is she doing the whole 3 months? Is she?
Yeah.
Tell her not to get too comfortable.
Alright.
Right? And don't let Big Boy Slim come in with her because he mixes up the records, doesn't he? and ruins them.
Yeah. Hey, talking of DJing,
Go on.
you know I did that storming set the other night
Well, yeah.
for XFM.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go on.
This was down at a little club, in case you aren't aware of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to the Sony's the other night.
Yeah.
Carl Pilkington sent this up to me.
Yeah.
Slipped me an envelope.
Go on.
200 big ones in there.
Did you get paid cash for that?
Yeah.
£200. I won't know about that. Cash in hand.
No, the tax I don't know, because I mean, obviously, no one who ever works in tax I was listening to local radio.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, so,
No, the taxman will know about it
yeah,
because I'll declare it.
I would.
Put it. Yeah, it's going straight down.
I
Do it
would.
when I get home. Do it when I get in later on.
And don't write off rubbish that you buy anyway, like, you know.
No,
Yeah.
I won't. I'll do it all above board officially. Fill it all in correctly, and so I'll send it now. I'll send it tomorrow so that you get it early, so it's not too busy for you, sir.
Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah. Also, did you see Liquid News last night?
No.
It
What
was,
is Liquid News? I don't really watch
It's the
Liquid
thing
News.
on Choice, right? And it's sort of celebrity news, yeah. And Julian Clary was on, and they were talking about the Sony Awards the night before, which we went to, and they said something like a relatively unknown had won the entertainment award that we were up for, and Christian and Chris Moyles and Jonathan Ross said beating off bigger people. Not he was beating off bigger people. They weren't suggesting he was.
Was Julian Clary beaten off at the heart again?
Yeah. And it said so. The people who didn't win resorted to silliness, and it cut right. I don't know where the camera was. It must have been miles away because it wasn't us. Cut to me making a little hat for you out of a Budweiser box, a little dark thing, and then forcing it on your head, and you sort of struggling. Do you remember that?
I do remember it.
Yeah. So
But they were.
they're always
Well, they
watching.
were filming us.
They were filming it. Yeah. So
Scary.
yeah.
That's really scary because some of the things we were doing.
Because I was tying scarves around your head, wasn't I? We were
We were touching Carl in an intimate way.
We were gaying him up,
Gaying
weren't
him
we,
up,
to make him
quite a lot.
feel all uncomfortable and everything. Because he doesn't like that sort of thing, do you?
Can't stand it.
We're going to be giving you a cuddle about 5 to 3. Seriously, we are going to.
On the way out.
And I've got roaming hands.
Yeah.
Do you know them girls who came up from the radio academy and sort of said, "Oh, so you're Carl then?"
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of fans went up to Carl.
Just on the way out, I said to him again. I said, "Look, I'm not gay," because they were convinced I was.
That's because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we teased Carl that he had to go as Steve's partner to the BAFTAs, and they really meant partners. You know, after the show, when he was walking home, he was going to go buy his suit. I actually said they will ask you. He went, well, what if they say? And as we walk in, Steve Merchant and his boyfriend Carl. Well, they might say that as you walk in. They might overdub it on the television. So he's going, well, what about my mates in Manchester? And he said, I'm not going. The risk of someone in Manchester thinking that he was going out with you, mind you, it wasn't. It was probably
All right,
going.
calm
Wow,
down,
if he was
Rick,
going
I see where you're going with that.
if you were going to be gay, you wouldn't choose Steve, would you?
No.
Who would you choose if you were gay?
If you could go out with any bloke, who would
Who
it
would
be?
it be?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. He's thought about it before.
go on. No, of course not.
No,
No, who would it be? If you know, if you were gay, what bloke would you go out with?
God, probably Jonathan Ross is all right.
You gay? You fancy Jonathan Ross? You.
Rossi! Oh, you've got his number, haven't you? We should get cut.
Bunch of pricks.
Jonathan, I love your film show. You're so funny and handsome and well.
Rock and roll with me, David Bowie off Diamond Dogs. Another one of my favourite tracks.
Cracking.
Idiots, yeah.
Well, it's time for Carl's Room 101. Carl was too shy to obviously ever do this for real, but we thought that end the run of this with things that Carl hates.
Yeah,
we know the thing he likes. We know that. So Carl, okay.
We should just point out that we've been inspired by the TV show Room 101. We didn't come up with this ourselves.
Yeah, we did. This is Room 102. Yeah, we'll be Paul Merton, and you be Carl Pilkington. Right, you could chance to banish to Room 101 all those things that you dislike. They're never to be seen again. Will you please welcome Carl Pilkington?
All right.
Who?
How are you doing?
All right, Carl. So, what's your first? What does this represent? And imagine me putting something on the
Right.
table next to you. Go on.
Right. Well, first of all, right, it's dead hard to come up with like 5 things that drive you up the wall.
Okay.
Right. It's not easy because there's so many things.
Yeah.
but it's just like, you know, picking 5. It's like someone saying pick your 5 favourite records or 5 favourite films.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So
You know, in Desert Island Discs, where you always get the complete works of Shakespeare in the Bible.
Yeah.
I think you should include Ricky Gervais. I think you should always be there already in Room 101. They don't have to nominate you. You always go in.
Go on then.
So don't bother putting him in. Don't bother putting Ricky in, Carl. He's already there.
I'm already there, waiting.
Yeah.
Go on then.
right.
Yeah.
First of all, right, I thought of like things that we've done in the past
Sure.
and like quotes and that you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
That quote that people say that you know, money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
Right. We're just rattling through some here.
Yeah.
That annoys me.
What?
Well, the quote, money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah, because
Why?
it does. It clearly does.
It does. It clearly does.
Yeah. Good.
Right, so,
Okay.
so that's like a little short thing, and you know, then that sort of makes you think about people with money. There was
Yeah.
a program on in the week. I don't know if you saw it, Steve. The one Posh Loaded.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? That was a great show.
so annoying.
Oh yeah.
There's a girl on there, right, who's from a rich family and that, and you know, it's not her fault. She's from a rich family.
No.
It's like how posh people annoy people. That doesn't annoy me because the way I sound is because of where I'm brought up and that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you sound posh, you sound posh. It's,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't change you as a person or whatever.
Yeah. It's quite
But this
true.
girl, right? Did you see it, Steve?
I did.
You didn't see it,
I
did you,
didn't,
Ricky?
no.
Right? This girl goes shopping. She buys like 4 t-shirts and a crappy little handbag.
Yeah.
Spends about 1,300 quid, and she's just wasting it. Going, you know, the woman's saying, "Oh, you'll love these. You know, they're really in fashion." She said, "Oh, whatever. I'll probably only wear them once anyway." And it's just that sort of thing annoys me.
Yeah.
You know, people with money, you know, who have grafted for it, are good, but like, you know, people who just get money given to them from the rich parents trying to make the world. There was another point, right, where she's in a shoe shop, right, and she's like got these big boots and stuff, but part of the problem is, right, she's quite odd looking and that, right, but she's got a lot of money, so she makes herself look half decent. Yeah. Problem is, she's got fat ankles.
She's got what?
Fat ankles.
Right.
And they drive her up the wall because no matter, I mean, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's almost like God has gone, yeah, you can have all the toffees and stuff you want. You can have, like, your nice T-shirts. But at the end of the day, love, you stick with these ankles. And you can see these...
I love the idea of God saying, right, you can have all the toffees you want,
Yeah.
and you have nice handbags and that, but you're stuck with these ankles. Oh God!
And I really wanted to get a job in that shoe shop where she was going in, blowing her dad's money, and she was calling up her dad saying, "Oh, Daddy, is it all right if, you know, I'm just out shopping, I've just bought some shoes that have cost like $1,000, and I really wanted a job in that shoe shop, just so I could sit there, and when she comes in, you go, "Oh, hello, love," whatever her name is, "lovely to see you here again, got some lovely new shoes in, look at these nice new boots, everyone's wearing them, Victoria Beckham, and, you know, all the it girls are wearing them, yeah, try them on." "Oh, you can't because your ankles are so fat. You can't get into these. Never mind, here's some boots." She really annoyed me. And I'm not a nasty person.
You're
but
not.
She brought it out of me.
Carl, I'm worried though. This idea of you getting a job in a shoe shop,
I
I'm not
know.
sure you're qualified.
I like all that's way round it. That
Yeah.
some people go, "Oh, I'd like her to lose all her money or something." He'd like to actually bother go through getting the job in the shop,
Yeah.
and then just wait in there.
You'd be too busy mucking around outside like, on some kind of trolley stuck in a little lake.
Yeah. I'm like-
But interestingly, in that show, I was watching that show, and at one point, you mentioned that her fat heels or her fat ankles.
Yeah.
She said, I'd like to have various changes to my body. I know, plastic surgery. I'd like to do this to my face and da 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 da. And her mum's there, and her mum's going, "No, don't be so. That's how. No, you're my daughter. You're beautiful. Da 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 da. No, you shouldn't. I'm not going to let you have those. Da da da." She went, "I'd love to have an operation on my fat ankles." Her mum went, "Yeah, I do agree with that." What kind of a mother does that?
How bad can fat ankles be?
I know.
What were these ankles like?
Well, tell us, Rick. You must know.
No, do you know what I mean?
They were
though?
like, if you said to a little kid, say a 4-year-old kid, draw a person, they'd draw her legs. Do you know where there's no sort of thin bit and then it comes out a bit for your knees?
Oh,
it
yeah,
goes
and they're
down to
just
ankles. It was just like 2 logs.
People go and say, "I like your new flares." What do you mean flares? They're leggings. Cheeky.
Awful. So, you know.
It's okay. So you're putting in posh girls with fat ankles.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your next one on Room 101?
Right, another quick one, really.
Go on.
People in supermarkets.
Right. What, the people who serve?
Yeah. It's mainly these shops you get round in London that are like open 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
You'll go in and you'll buy your you know, you don't do your main shop there. It's mainly just little bits in it. Your carton of milk and
Sure.
maybe a loaf, a couple of balm cakes and that.
Yeah.
And you go in there.
Who still wants balm cakes?
Right.
Do they have them in
Yeah,
London?
yeah.
Do you ever ask? Would you be annoyed if I said balm cakes? We don't have those down here. They're rubbish.
That's happened before when I asked for gravy and they didn't know what gravy was.
When did you ask for gravy?
In a chippy.
What do you mean? What do you say? Have you got any gravy?
But just because you up north you have chips and pie and gravy on it. And they
Yeah.
didn't have a clue what I was talking about.
Right. Okay.
So that annoys me actually. Stick that on the list. Right? But,
You've got fishmen up north.
but listen, right? You'll go
We
in the-
saw a sign in the north, right? It was a little shop, and the sign said, "We sell bread." And it was handwritten. It was like, there was probably like a rush with those people in turbans going.
What's this bread you talk of?
Yeah, little their headscarves, little women running down with their little. Oh,
But anyway, these shops, right? So you go in there, getting your stuff, and you'll go up to the till, and they don't say hello to you. They don't sort of smile. They just bleep the stuff through.
Oh, nice.
They don't tell you how much it is. They just sort of expect you to look at the till to see how much it is. So you can get your hand in your pocket, give them the money, they'll give you the change, and they won't say goodbye.
Yeah.
So it's like they just can't be asked to
Sure.
have any sort of hello, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want a big chat. I don't want to know what they're getting up to and what what the dad does for a living and all that. I just want like, how are you doing? You know, you're well, right? Oh yeah, this bread's popular or whatever. Right, that'll be £5.
You need to keep abreast of which breads are selling well.
oh, Mother's Pride. That's a good choice. It's 70% of our stock.
So that really, even though it is a 24-hour.
I'll be honest. I would err on the side of silence, not rudeness. I hate rudeness if they do that, but I would rather. I'd start to go, £1.50 please, and that'll be fine for me. Any more?
What about
it's like-
hello and goodbye, have a good day? Not in an
It
American way.
doesn't bother me. I prefer people who say "Have a nice day" and don't mean it to people who don't say it at all and don't mean it. To be honest, I don't worry about that mock sincerity because I think it.
No,
it
not that.
does
It's
the
just
job.
normal,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
No,
like
I'm saying I like people who say I don't care. They say, "Oh, nice to see you. Come again. Have a nice day." It doesn't bother me. But a chat. I hate people who think they're the life and soul.
No.
When
I
you go in
don't
for
mean like that. I mean
fucking
like
nuts.
if you go through a door, you hold it open, you go there, you go. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
expect a thank you.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and also when do you come in at like a narrow walkway and you're both walking there, and I stop, we'll get out of the way, and they tut, like I should have. I want to go. Hold on, look, we're both in the same boat here.
Yeah.
Why is it me? That annoys me. Where people
Oh,
think
tutting when they're in the wrong.
They own the street, or if two people aren't looking where they're going, it's one
Yeah.
person's fault.
Yeah.
That really annoys me. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
that's it really. I mean, I know the 24-hour shops and they're knackered and stuff, but politeness, just to say.
Well, it costs
Thanks.
nothing, does it?
No.
So those are your little quick ones. Then we get
Those-
on to your big
to the
three,
meaty
don't we?
ones.
The big one.
Yeah,
Should we
if you
play a
want.
record and come back to that?
I know what you want.
I'm talking to Carl Pilkington on room 101 on XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
What is that?
New order.
Oh, excellent. Do you know what I mean?
mad,
It's mad. We were shouting at you then.
Ah, cool, man.
How loud are those headphones?
Pretty loud, but I'm always wearing headphones, so.
Yeah,
it's-
but look what I'm doing. This is an old radio trick. You put one earphone over your ear and the other one off so you can hear people in the room.
Hives on
What-
XFM
what do you want?
104.9.
What did you want to say?
Doesn't matter, Carl. It does.
The
It really
point is,
doesn't
it
matter.
could have been important. It could have been a
Yeah,
fire.
you,
anything.
when we shout anything, you jump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Carl. Get with the program. All right. Hey.
Right. What other things you want to put
Yes,
on
sir.
room 101?
Other than us.
Spiders.
Right. Go on.
I know Ricky will be agreeing with
Yeah.
this.
All spiders. Yeah.
I mean, not all spiders, because there's some spiders that are on the planet that don't do any harm. They clean up stuff, don't they?
I got little brushes.
Do you mean
like that.
janitors spiders?
yeah.
No, there's some that, just,
Hong Kong leggy.
just get
Yeah.
on with stuff. But I'm talking about the spiders that are deadly.
Right.
And spiders that are massive. I mean, Johnny's mate, Ricky's mate, Johnny, I mean,
Yeah.
he was talking about how he was in Australia.
Yeah.
And he was sharing a room with a mate or whatever, and his mate was having a shower, and said, Johnny, just come in here a minute. And he went in, and there was a spider on the side of the bath that he said was the size of your hand,
2 hands width. It's sort of like a size track, just like 8 inches across. It was-
That big, right? And the daft thing with that one is that can't kill you. It's massive. It's got no purpose.
It's a
being-
huntsman.
Yeah, but what? Something you said it does, right? If you sort of walk around it and it thinks you're going to try and trap it, it hisses at you
and jumps at you
and jumps on you, and it sort of clings on. So
That's terrifying.
You'd be sort of running around trying to get it off, and it's just gripping on like the old stag beetle thing again.
Yeah.
It's clinging onto you. But there is no. What I don't understand is why is that spider that big? Because no doubt it only eats stuff like normal spiders do, but it needs to eat more of them because it's a bigger lad. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do anything. It's not like I just don't
Doesn't
get
create,
it.
doesn't paint, doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's just getting in the way, and it's one of those things that are so big you couldn't kill it. Because can you imagine like the mess that would make something that size if you stamped on it?
Yeah.
Which I'm not, again, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
But I don't get that. And then there was a programme on a few weeks ago on BBC about spiders, and it was this one, right? It was going, there's so many spiders in the world, and apparently there's so many of them they can't give them all names, right? What they're saying is once one dies out, they'll actually introduce another one, because there's so many different breeds of them that it's impossible to sort of make a book and list them all.
Right.
Well,
It's
the
like a
book would be
queue.
infinitely long.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a queue. They
They're
say,
not
right,
trying to name it individually, are they?
No.
That's their problem.
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
This
Just keep
is-
it down to the
Ziggy.
species. Go on.
This is true. This.
Go on then, yeah.
So they'll sort of go gives a spider the Black Widow, right? Black Widow, they've all died. So who's next? And they'll say, here's a redback.
Yeah.
And that's how they introduce them. So this programme was going on about this. Right?
Oh, how they do it.
No, they do it.
Okay. Your point
Okay, all right.
Right. So anyway, there's this little one, right, in Australia, and it shows you some kids being dead happy and playing around in the sun, loving it, all healthy and that, and love being in the sun. They're playing around the pool, and there's a couple of them there playing swing ball and that, dead happy, not a care in the world. And like one of them goes, I'll go swimming because I've been playing swing ball for an hour, got a bit of a sweat.
Sure.
Go for a little breaststroke or whatever. And they get in the pool, and they can't wait to have a swim about. And then it pans to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
And there's this little spider just sat there dead still, right? Sat at the bottom of the pool holding its breath.
It's
Okay.
Cheeks going up red, eyes bulging. Oh, 8 pairs of goggles on.
One goes by with a snorkel. You should have thought of this.
4 pairs of flippers.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's sat there in the deep end, right? And then it pans back to the kids having a good time, chucking a ball to each other.
Yeah. I can see what's going to happen here.
And it pans back.
It's not going to join in the game, is it?
no.
And what happens is the kid starts bouncing up and down on the floor.
Sure.
Goes and sticks the kid goes and puts a foot on the spider, bites the kid, and apparently, if you're not seen to, you can be dead in 15 minutes.
Sorry, why does this spider sit at the bottom of the pool?
That's what it likes to do.
Animals don't do things they like to do. Animals do things for a reason.
Waiting for a kid to come along. So
No! It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
well, that's what
It's
it
not.
does.
It's not. It doesn't go out to murder kids. That's not. That's not what it does.
No, there must be a reason. I mean, if you just stopped when you watch these programs and don't get involved with the music and the odd, why does it sit at the bottom of the pool? There must be a reason. It either goes there for protection, food, to cool. It does it for a reason. It doesn't go there to wind up swimmers.
Yeah.
There must be a reason. This is it. If anyone's watching, please, if you're watching that program, I don't know about this spider. What's the name of the spider?
I'm not sure. Well,
Okay.
it did say-
08700 800 1234.
Is it the Duncan Goodhue?
Is it Paul?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does go into other things like ponds and that, and maybe it does the same to ducks if a duck stands on it.
But why? The duck stands on it.
Why?
Oh, I love your brain.
Probably because eventually, a kid can get saved if it's seen to in 15 minutes, but a duck is just going to wander around and go, God, I don't feel well and what have you.
What good is that to the
God, I
spider?
don't feel well.
No, I'm saying it might kill it if it might protect itself, but it must be in the pond for a reason in the first place, or the swimming pool. It must be down there for a reason. It must have another agenda, evolutionary wise. It can't just do it.
Could it be in training for the Olympics?
Unless it is just cooling, like those. Because on one of the other programs that that's a bit mental.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
The one with the lizards. Did I tell you?
Right,
that?
let's not get into lizards. This could take...
Okay, no, go on quickly.
No, this is a good one. It was a program, BBC program again, on how insects and animals help each other out.
Yeah.
Right. They were saying how you might think they're an insect, but they think like humans do, and they all help each other out. Right. And there was this lizard that is running about in the desert, right, and it's going, God, it's roasting. And what it does, it makes a little hole in the sand, and it goes under the ground and it cools down, right.
Yeah.
And then you see one of the locals, I think it was in Egypt or something, and the Egypt bloke comes walking along.
Egypt bloke.
And
Is he walking like an Egypt bloke?
Walk like an Egypt bloke.
and what he does, right, he's looking out for these holes in the ground.
Sure.
And he sticks his hand in.
Yeah.
And
Why does he want the lizard?
he makes shoes and stuff out of it.
Okay.
Right. And you see him
Cobblers.
walking around, he's got about 12 of these things in a basket on his back, and they're all looking really fed up.
Well, yeah.
And it's dead hot, and they can't be bothered trying to escape, and they look really fed up. And this bloke's laughing, he's collecting loads.
I love how he watches this, like, because they sort of editorialise it and make it into, like, some
Exactly.
sort of, like, evil play.
Yeah.
No.
But then it was saying how this deadly scorpion that man is scared of is mates with the lizard. And the reason is that the scorpion goes into the hole, right? It can't dig its own hole because its arms are that big and it's awkward for it to dig a proper hole.
Sure.
So what it does, it goes into the little den that the lizard's made, right? And whilst the lizard's having a kip, the scorpion says, "Tell you what, I'll do you a deal. You have a kip, I'll walk up and down this hole here and sort of scare away any people." So the lizard's like, "Yeah, all right then, fair enough." Because the scorpion wants a little hole to keep out the sun. The lizard wants a kip. They've done themselves a little deal. The Egyptian bloke comes walking along, sticks his hand in the hole.
Yeah.
He thinks he's just going to get a lizard. Scorpion stings him. He runs off, drops the basket. All the lizards go running off.
I love the fact that is what always happens.
Yeah.
They filmed that just by chance, and that's what always happens. I like the fact that the Egyptian bloke has done this every day. He does it. He goes, "Well, okay, I've got all these lizards. I'll just go to this hole again.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got that lizard yet.
Yeah.
This will be fine."
No, I just think.
And when the lizard and the scorpion make that deal, and he says you have a kip, and the other one does it, do they talk in Egypt or? I mean,
they talk
how
Egypt
do they
bloke?
how do they
They
discuss?
talk Egypt bloke or
this?
English bloke?
What language do they use, Carl?
No, it's the international language of love.
But spiders is what you're putting in Real 101.
Spiders.
Let's go back to that. That's what-
Spiders. So spiders
So
that.
basically, spiders that have got the poison to kill a man.
Because Rick, I know, because
Okay.
but Rick, I know
what
you're.
about the ones that are just too big for their own?
Fuck!
All those
I
are the-
don't understand that either.
But Rick, you're scared of all spiders, aren't you? Or
Yeah.
even the little tiny ones you
I
find.
don't
in the
like
garden.
any spiders. Yeah.
Is your husband afraid of them as well? Or?
Oh
What are we
dear.
playing here?
What are we playing here? Oh, this is Cat Stevens. Silent Sunlight. It's beautiful off Catch Bullet 4 at its peak in the 70s. Oh, Cat Stevens. Silent Sunlight.
Yep.
Carl just had a funny phone call, didn't you? From someone who's telling you all about the little brown. It's called, is it?
Little brown, yeah. That's the
Yeah.
name of the spider that sits in the bottom of the pool. He said it doesn't hold its breath. It's got an air bubble.
I didn't think it did hold its breath, to be honest. And then, as you know, Steve was opening a letter we got, and it's a football song, and it's "They Don't Like It Up" by the Leatherhead Gimpers.
But it's the fact we keep getting sent homemade singles.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? Oh, there's another one here.
They're both football anthems, though. We don't.
Well,
do we show any interest in football? Are we?
Well, yeah, the World Cup we do, don't we?
You're right, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a bet on as well.
Have you?
Chelsea to win 2-1.
What today?
Yeah. And I've got Chelsea to win 2-1, but Henri to score first. And that's something like 30-1 or something.
Best luck.
Yeah.
Best luck.
Cheers.
Brilliant.
Right, so spiders. That's the first one in Room 101, isn't it?
So you agree
Rude
with
people in supermarkets. Rude people in supermarkets. Spiders that are either have got enough poison to kill a man or are unnecessarily big.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Right, good. Going well.
Right. Next one.
Yeah.
Stars in Their Eyes.
Blimey, it's a popular show. You might alienate a lot of people.
Stand it.
Why?
Just, I think, if you've got a talent, right, there's loads of shows now that you can go on and make a killing,
Yeah.
like Pop Idol,
Yeah.
what was the other one, Pop Stars,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So people who will go on Stars in Their Eyes, they want to sort of be famous.
Yeah.
They want to be a singer. What I don't understand is why go on that show where you do all the hard work, got to do all the graft, and yet, even if they win it, you never see him again. The guy who won last year, Chris de Burgh.
Ian Moore.
Ian Moore.
Before last. Thought I was now with his own stuff.
Yeah, but, alright. How did it sell?
I bet that sold well.
Exactly. Don't get it.
What I like is when someone doing Edith Piaf like wins a heat, and Matthew goes, "Well, I don't think you'll be going back to the cleaning job, will you?" Yeah, yes you will. Monday.
Almost certainly.
Monday. She'll be back there Monday.
Just,
yeah.
And just the way, you know, in like the final last week where the guy who was Elvis won, and they're
I
all
thought he
in
would
there.
though. Thought he was very good.
No, he was good, but will we see him again? Do you know what I mean? What is his job?
I don't know.
He'll be carrying on doing that. There's going to be no change to his life whatsoever. He's very good at what he does, but he's wasting his time on Stars in Their Eyes.
So I don't understand exactly what your issue is. You clearly like the show because you watched the final last week.
He thinks. I
You
think
agree that the people are talented.
You think it's a waste of talent to go on Stars in Their Eyes because it's not a vehicle to be famous, whereas something like
Pop Idol, Pop Stars, even Big Brother. Do you know what I mean? Go on that. Sit in a room all day, have a month off work.
Because they're all big stars now, aren't they?
No, but what I'm saying is, it's less work to sit in the Big Brother house. Now and again, just sing a song, and people go, "Oh, isn't he a good singer?" You come out after having a month's rest or whatever it is you're having there.
Yeah.
You come out, and there's loads of record companies like waiting for you to come out and give you a deal.
And what happens then? When you get a deal, when you cut a record, what happens to that record then?
Then it's either sells or it doesn't.
And actually, what happened to it?
It didn't sell.
No, none of them did.
But what I'm saying is, that is a lot easier to do than all the graft that you have to do on Stars in Their Eyes and the pressure.
What would you rather do? Buy Craig's Christmas record?
Yeah.
Or Ian Moore's classics?
Probably Craig, just because the guy on Stars in Their Eyes really thought he was better than Chris de Burgh. When he was singing, and
I think I'm better than Chris de Burgh.
He was singing and Chris de Burgh came walking on.
Did he cry?
And he didn't stop and go, "Oh, I can't believe it, I'm a big fan." He was sort of carrying on, like, "Don't interrupt me, I'll have a word with you in a bit."
You think he should show the man he's actually making a little bit of living off?
Yeah.
Emulating.
A bit of respect.
A bit more respect.
And the most annoying thing...
I imagine them arguing, resting each other's floor saying, "I'm Chris de Burgh. No, I'm Chris de Burgh." Like two ventriloquist dummies. Just having a fight in the dressing room afterwards.
But the most annoying thing of all with Stars in Their Eyes, people who go on and do people like, say like, I think last year someone went on and did Lamal. Right? Now, if you want to, because the whole idea is with Stars in Their Eyes, you get work off the back of that show by like companies, don't you? Saying, "Who will we book?"
Yeah.
You could get the real Lamal for about 30 quid. So why have an imitator?
Well, it seems to me, though, Carl, the problem is that show's been running so long that all the big names have already been done, so it's going to end up having to be, isn't it, Lamal or some old kind of 50s singer you've never heard of? Isn't that the problem?
I remember when...
I mean, it's just
Eddie Reader was on there. You've had Eddie Reader.
But it's just a karaoke contest. It's just... I think you're assuming that everyone on there wants to get, a recording contract.
They do, Steve.
Okay.
In that bit at the back where they say, and the boats are coming in, let's have a look at the tension now that's going on. And they sat there and they really think they are Elvis. And they are Luther Vandross. Sat there, and like, if they were all sat there having
Woke up this morning, looked at your picture just to get me started. Filth.
If they were all sat there, sort of thinking, "Oh God, this is a bit of a laugh, innit?" But they're not. You can see that they all really want it, and it's like.
But so what I'm saying is, who are you putting in Room 101? Are you putting in the people who are just there to have a bit of fun?
Everyone involved in that show,
including Kelly.
Yeah.
He's a talented guy. You don't care.
No,
he's going in as well.
He's in there first, and then everyone else, everyone who enters it, the people who go and sit in the audience. Everything.
What would you do Saturday night? You'd love the show. You watch it every week.
It was just on when I was getting ready to go out, and there's nothing else on at that time.
Sure.
And it was the final on Saturday night as well.
Yeah, you got to watch the final, live final.
Yeah.
Well, who would you do if you went on the show?
Moby.
I'd probably do. Ooh.
It's not that you look like them though, is it?
No,
who you sound like.
because they wouldn't let me on as Tracy Chapman. I was furious.
That's annoying.
Because I sound just like her, but they said no.
Bowie.
You do Bowie?
Yeah.
Can I hear your impression?
No.
Well, come on.
No, because you just said if you could go on and what have you. I'm saying that.
Well, it's got to be someone you can do. I mean, obviously I'd go on as Will Smith because I can do the rapping.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm not a good singer. I've never really been into singing. I've never done a live singing thing before.
Haven't you?
No.
Not even
But if there was a talent show, if
What
there
did
was
you
a
do?
talent show
What
on,
did you do?
I did walk like an Egyptian by the Bangles and I mimed, dressed up as a woman.
How old were you?
It was when I was still going to school, so it was like
Well, I hope so.
12.
And what? Sorry, what was the? What? Why did you do that? What did you mime to, and why were you dressed as a woman? Where's the logic in this? Is what I'm saying, Carl. What sort of act was this?
I think it was meant to get hold of some like Egyptian outfit. Couldn't. So I looked in my mum's wardrobe and I had a dress.
Dress in a fez, carrying some lizards. That'd do it, wouldn't it?
I had some boots and a wig on. And
And how did you dance? Look, he looks confused. He's
confused by his own act.
He's suddenly confused.
the best bit was it was like a proper talent show. Do you know where you cover it all?
Yeah.
So I did like the dancing and the miming, and then I also did a bit of magic, right? Where I had like a cloth, right, and I had it over my hand like that, and the crowd were like, "Oh God, what's he gonna do?"
of course they were. Go on. And what did they? And what was the trick?
They weren't saying that. And the crowd going, "Oh, what's the great
That's
pill?
one chorus. Ooh, what's he gonna do?
Oh, what's the great pill Coney gonna do?"
So what I did was, I was stood there teasing them, and
Teasing the audience.
Yeah.
and I said, I'm gonna make a bird appear before your very eyes.
Okay.
And I pulled the tea towel off, and I just had hold of an egg. And I said, "Oh, it isn't born yet." They loved it.
He's so proud of that. Look at his
Did you
face.
come up with that yourself?
Yeah.
Did you have any help at all?
No. it was
So
all
you did
right.
walk like an Egyptian and dress as a woman. Then you did the egg trick.
And then I was also playing like a janitor, because when the next person was singing, I'd come on and all the electric went off, and I came on going, "Oh God, has anyone got 50p for the meter?"
Oh, you're quite a little showman, weren't you?
And then the
Did you
audience chucked us some money.
Yeah.
And,
Are you sure you weren't actually employed as the janitor?
No, did you win?
No, I think we came second. This really tarty girl who did Madonna like a virgin, and I thought, yeah, right. Like you are. She was a right ropey little woman. But
So great. Oh, okay, so
brilliant.
Spy the Stars in our eyes. We better play a track, hadn't we?
Indeed, yeah. Bit of Tom McRae. This was a track we played a while back. I enjoyed it. Tom McRae, End of the World News.
Yeah, I love that one. I hope you're enjoying the music. We're loving it, aren't we?
Indeed.
Still to come, we've got another entry to Room 101, Carl's final entry, and then that giveaway, the famous giveaway with Enhance Carl's Life. Can I have some adverts though first, Carl? Because I'm getting a bit fed up with adverts for a little while.
Badly Drawn Boy, Once Around the Block. Classic, a retro cut.
Getting a bit sad now, Steve. 20 minutes.
Indeed. You're right.
I've got so much to say. I've got so much to leave people with about Carl, about all the things he's done. Looking back, Carl, do you remember when I put up the waste paper bin on your head?
Classic.
classic time, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that? What did I do to you today?
Well, you tried to bring the same memories flooding back to me by putting the same grotty bin on my head. But the annoying thing was, last time I did it, it was quite a new bin.
Yeah.
Did it today, it's rank, all sorts of stuff on
What
it.
else did I do when I saw you go around the corner down there? Go on.
I went to get the paperwork and that you need to produce the show.
Yeah.
And came round the corner. Ricky was sort of hiding, and I was concentrating, reading stuff. And he goes,
I don't imagine it was as soft and gentle as that. I imagine it was more like... Exactly.
Like that. And I tell you what, I nearly exploded because he sort of hopped on one leg, right? And it was... he sort of... I don't know why I'm doing this, but he sort of was walking out and on, we're looking down, and I went, and he hopped like that, and his weight
Rest assured, listeners, that if you were here, it's not any funnier than it is if you were listening at home. It's only amusing to
That
Ricky.
timing. What the fuck?
Oh!
it makes you feel really refreshed.
He was going on and having a heart attack like that, and I was nearly having a heart attack laughing. And he went, "I feel good now." He said, "I can see why people skydive." He said that would be good for people that were ill. Oh, Carl. Oh,
They've made me feel fresh.
how am I gonna live without Carl for 14 weeks?
Oh, you'll find other people to irritate.
Oh dear. Okay, so right, well, We got this final entry in 101, but we've also had so many emails and letters about this competition. People trying to bribe you with things. They've been great. Can you read a few of them all?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, obviously, this is people trying to win this bag that we got signed at the BAFTAs. We got Graham Norton, Angus Staten, Alan Davis, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse, Baxendale, Helen, Steve Filmich and McFadden, Peter Davison, Simon Pegg, Steve Wright, all different people signing the big bag.
Do you know what I think, though? I don't think people want that. I think they want to contribute to Carl's existence.
Well, this is
I really genuinely think that Carl was sort of... you've only been there. How long have we been doing this now with you? Sort of like, in the area. 3 months?
Yes.
I think you've touched people's lives, Carl. I don't think I've ever met... Well, I haven't met you, but... I think your soul comes across as like a cross between... I'd put it as like a cross between a cat...
And Rain Man. But we've had quite a few which are... which obviously want to kind of further your education. Obviously, when we're off air, this is something we're worried that's just going to dry up, and we've tried hard to educate you. So, lots of books, lots of people suggesting books, the Giant Book of Mysteries. And I mean, if you chose this one, Carl, it tells you how 3,000 Japanese soldiers literally vanished overnight. Real-life accounts of vampires, the man who planned his own crucifixion, the famous Ghostbuster, Harry Price, and lots of things about spontaneous combustion.
Is this the one about the woman with the hairball?
That's not got the woman with the hairball in there. I'll have to dig that one out for you.
These sort of books are the thing that I'm after.
This is what interesting is.
I've brought in one as well. It's a friend who works with Jane, my girlfriend, called Liz, and she wants to put this forward. And this is Trade Secrets, everything you will ever need to know about everything. And it's just like little tips, you know what I mean?
But there's so many things competing with that. You see, there's another guy who sent in, he wants to give you a video entitled Making Love, Parts 1 and 2, an instructional guide. I imagine you'd enjoy that, Carl?
Nah.
No? Nothing they can teach you?
Nah.
Sure. The Reader's Digest book of strange stories and amazing facts again, and other stuff here. Why cats have 9 lives, Carl?
Well, hang on a minute.
Why meteors are likely to destroy Earth in the next 100 years?
You're wasting your time.
Okay.
In this Trade Secrets book,
Yep.
listen to this for a tip. Make a necklace from electrical wire.
That's a good idea.
But don't plug it in.
What about...
Doesn't say that.
What about this then, Carl? Because obviously we're concerned that you didn't get your GCSEs, or you didn't get as many as you'd have hoped. There's a guy here, this is Victoria, and she's saying she's more than willing to give you all of her awards and certificates. She's got 6 GCSEs, 6 A's and 4... She's got many GCSEs, in fact, 6 A's, 4 B's, 3 A levels, and a master's degree in philosophy. She's willing to give you those certificates. She says you will be the proud owner of qualifications. As the owner of qualifications, she has found that anything she says is invariably believed, and that she's popular and very happy. She's willing to give you those qualifications. That's pretty impressive. You can claim they're your own. You have to change your name to Victoria, but other than that, I can see no problems.
And you have to put a dress on and a fez.
It's nice.
More like an Egyptian. But you see, there's lots of educational ones. Then there's other things which are perhaps less useful to you. This is doesn't say who it's from, but I think it's Ruth, and she's happy to give you a statue of an ostrich that she made when she was 7.
What about that?
All right, you love birds, you love animals.
Yeah,
apparently
statue.
The legs fell off under the weight of the body, so now it's just a legless ostrich. But even so,
Yeah.
Even so.
I've only got a small flat.
Sure. Another woman here. She. This is,
I doubt if it's ostrich size.
Yeah, it's just clogging up space, though, isn't it?
This is Lauren. She's willing to give you some of her handmade blue tack animals. She makes animals out of blue tack. She can give you an elephant, a seahorse, a tortoise, a pig, a butterfly, fish, snail, even a stegosaurus, or anything you choose.
See, I've got my art set on.
You've got the books. You're excited by the
this
books.
book.
What about this though? This is a Lego alarm clock with a little Lego man who's got a variety of hats. It says here, including biker's helmet and cap. 2, I think, of the village people. I don't know, Carl, if again people are picking certain things up. A clear stiletto mobile phone holder with pink fur on it, flashes pink and green. I think people know that you are
not
gay.
listening. In this book, listen, right? In this book, little tips and stuff. There's one here about if your dog keeps nicking a remote control.
Sure.
The way to get it off it: ring the doorbell. Right, so you got to get off your chair, go and ring the doorbell, so the dog goes, "What's that?" And it drops the remote control, goes running to the door.
Yeah.
You run back and pick it up.
I love the idea of Carl doing that, and then the doorbell goes, and Carl drops it and goes, and it's the dog pressing the doorbell, and it sits back down, and Carl going, "Oh no, not again."
I mean, I really do want. Can't I just have this?
You excited by that, are you?
It's brilliant.
What about this one though that you mentioned? This is a book which has got all those urban legends and stories that you've read on the internet, and it tells you whether they're real or not. This has got the one in there. I know you're very excited about the one with the woman who stuck her head in the microwave.
Yeah.
Eh?
Right.
It's not.
All right. So basically, she's saying here that whenever Ricky says, "Oh, it's not true," you can dispute that with your book.
Yeah. What do you think then, Carl? Do you want to have a think about all these gifts?
There's
and then
so
we'll
much
come back?
stuff, isn't there?
Should we play a record and then come back?
Can't,
Have you found something you like in there?
You're so undecided, Carl.
I really like this book.
Go on, and what is it? What else you found? What tip?
God, there's loads of stuff in here.
Yeah.
Let's just pick one at random. Don't be too tidy. Leave some areas for helpful garden animals to hide in. So when you're cleaning your garden and that, you know, it might look a bit of a mess, but think about the animals that are walking about at night in the dark and stuff.
Yeah.
Just little things you don't think about.
Yeah, because they're pointless.
Little,
Yeah.
Okay, then let's play a record.
Carl,
and
there's
we can
so
have a
many
look
to
at those
decide on.
books. Yeah.
All right, what are we playing, Steve?
This is something from a little compilation that came free with a magazine called Comes With a Smile. It's a good little magazine. And this is by Matt Pond, PA. It's called Night's End, isn't it? I suppose there's a little bit of New Country, which we don't play often, but there's some nice tracks
No, it's
floating
very
about,
nice.
and that's
Very
Matt
nice.
Pond, PA, Night's
Well,
End.
I'm getting very sad now. 10 minutes to go. And so much to cram in. Now, thing is, Carl's fallen in love with that book, but I feel a bit bad letting a friend sort of win when all these lovely people, these regular listeners, so I don't think you can have that. But I'll tell you what, I'll borrow that or I'll buy it for you. So you can have that anyway. What have you
That's
found
safe.
in there?
You're going home with that.
You know, avoid washing up by boiling the bag food.
See, I can see why you'd love that.
Exactly.
Is there anything out? What other things have you caught your eye though? Put that book down. Yeah, go on.
Well,
One of our regular listeners who actually wants the bag and wants to be part of your life. Come on.
Well, Richard emailed in, right? And he's got a book which is similar to the one I like there.
Yeah.
Which has got like 180 stories in it. So I mean, most of them are like true, I think. Do you know? I was telling you that story about the woman who put her head in the oven to dry her hair
Yeah.
because she liked the way.
And she boiled her brain.
Yeah, she stuck it in a microwave.
Avoid washing your hair by boiling the brain bags.
So she put her head in the microwave
Yeah.
and boiled her brains.
Yeah.
And boiled her brains
Sure.
because she thought she'd get the same result as she did from the oven, but it all went wrong and that. And
What do you mean? She used to dry hair in the oven, and she just like went modern.
Apparently, it's like what punks used to do. You get a different sort of heat off an oven than you do off a hairdryer, right?
Sure.
So she thought, well, I'll do it in half the time. Use a microwave.
Sure.
She
Busy. She was busy.
I
She
don't
was late.
understand how you can get your head in a microwave. It only works when the door closes.
Yeah, but you jam the little thing, don't you?
Well, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't tell. I don't think it's possible, but don't.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
anyway,
don't.
but
do that.
he remembers that story and said, I've got a book full of stuff like that. And he sort of sums up a little story that's in the book about this girl who, she had long hair, right? And she used to always mess around with it. And she's sucking on it. Do you know, like how girls do with the long hair? They sort of mess around with it and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's sucking on it all the time. And she was doing this from the age of, like, 10. And then, I don't know, she's probably about 30-odd. And she's doing this all the time.
Guessing.
And she goes, oh, God, my belly's hurting today, ma'am. And she goes, oh, what's wrong with you? She says, I don't know.
You're 30.
Yeah. So she goes to the doctors, and the doctors do an X-ray, and nothing's coming up. And it's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. You know, you're just being a bit moany about nothing. She's like, no, honestly.
He's a very intolerant doctor.
Yeah.
She said, this is
Piss off.
this is really hurting. I don't know what's up with it. So anyway, they found out some sort of system of looking at what was going on.
Yeah.
And apparently,
X-rays.
no, it wasn't X-ray because X-ray didn't show it up.
Okay.
It was something else. So anyway, it's only gone and turned into like she's been sucking her hair for so many years
Sure.
that little bits had come off.
Sure.
She's got a giant air ball in her belly.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was like huge, the size of a rat or something like that. Right, the size of a.
It's so interesting what he chose. The
No,
size of a rat.
No. Well, the funny thing is, when they eventually got it out,
Yeah.
the mum was like, you know, oh God, it was terrible, and she actually said it looked like a dead rat,
Oh. Right.
and it was in her belly, and that's like what was causing all the pain.
Sure.
And apparently, your belly acids don't kill hairs because it's so fine it can't handle it.
Yes.
So,
Right.
I
So
reckon-
you
I
go for
reckon
that book, are you?
that's the one I want,
Who's the
yeah.
winner then? Who's the winner of the lovely BAFTA
What's
bag?
his name there? Richard Scholar, is it or something?
Yeah, Richard, Scular or Scowler
Yeah.
or something. So he's the winner. So check it out. You're going to get that book coming to you. I'll borrow this book for
But
you.
I need an email within like 5 working days to sort of.
So what's
clarify
your
this.
email?
It's
carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk. Okay, lovely.
I want an email from this guy, and I won't be sending the bag out until I receive the goods.
Okay, right,
Fair
good.
enough.
Well, we've only got a few minutes. I want to play Suede, and I want to end with the Smiths track. So let's play this.
What is it?
Suede, Stay Together. Lovely track. My favourite Suede track of all time. There. Well, we're oh, that's nearly it, Carl. Right, what's your last Room 101?
Oh God, it was holidays.
Holidays.
Well,
You want to put holidays in Room 101?
people who are sort of annoying on holiday.
Oh yeah.
You know when you go away.
Oh yeah.
It sort of touched on this before.
Is this going to be the Scouse guy?
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, it's so long though. I mean, it was a holiday when we went to Tunisia.
And the Scouser pissed you off. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing was, you know, when you go on it was a cheap holiday, and like the lesson here is, you know, if you want a good holiday, you got to like spend some money.
Yeah.
And we didn't on this one. We spent about, I don't know, 400 quid for two of us for like a month or something ridiculous. And we got there, and you know, you get to the hotel and you go, we have made a mistake. You know, it's a ropey hotel. You know, you can tell like the blinds and stuff as you're walking, they're all dirty and stuff. And you think, well, let's make the most of it. You know, let's not get down about it. It's a holiday. It's for a rest. And you try and make the most of it. And we had to meet. You know, like you have one of those things where you get to your destination and the rep says, right, you know, go and unpack your bags and that. Go and sort yourself out in the room. And tomorrow morning we'll meet up at 10 o'clock, and I'll go through, you know, the best sort of place to go for camel rides and, you know, the best deals I can get you. That sort of thing.
Can anyone here walk like an Egyptian?
So she says, right, tomorrow morning, meet 10 o'clock in the discotheque. So we get up and we have breakfast, and it wasn't a good breakfast. The kitchen was, like, bit horrible. The food wasn't good. And it was run by sort of midgets.
What do you mean it was run? Not there's anything wrong with that.
There was little fellas running around, and the annoying thing was one of them sort of started to fancy my girlfriend.
How did he manifest his affection
No,
for
you're
it?
not saying there's anything wrong with midgets, though, are you? Just saying it was
not
strange
at
that there was
Yeah,
a
but
lot-
even midgets shouldn't be cutting in on Carl Pilkington's
No,
territory.
I know.
Well, it's also that thing of, you know, they've got little fingers, and it's sort of
God, I'm
ruined-
so sorry.
No, I'm not. It is a bit of a phobia of mine.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? They are nice people and that.
Sure. Oh, God.
But the annoying thing is...
So what was he doing then? How did he... I don't understand how he was chatting up your girlfriend. Was he crawling under the table so you couldn't see?
He just kept...
Whispering to her from underneath there.
Stop it.
Just sort of, you know...
Wait, I don't want to get a complaint on our last show.
There's not many midgets
What's
listening.
going to happen? Can we just finish this and start up again in a couple of months?
Oh, yeah. So if you want to know more about the midget theme restaurant, then we'll talk you in 3 months.
Yeah.
It's just...
Oh.
It's just...
No, that's fair enough, actually.
Oh,
No, you're
yeah,
absolutely
no,
right,
sorry
Carl.
about
That's your
this.
producer's
Listen,
head on.
we'll see you in about a really... it's been a pleasure, truly, and thank you for everyone that wrote letters. Have you really?
Hey,
I've got you both a present, right?
Oh.
I got Ricky, do you know, like we've done Fables and
Yeah.
stuff? Right?
Yeah.
This is like Mr. Ben.
Oh.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like little fables that Mr. Ben goes on.
Oh, fantastic.
So I want you to learn something from that for when you come back.
Okay, brilliant. That's lovely,
I'll tell you
Carl.
one of the stories I read this morning. It's brilliant. In fact, when you've done with it,
Yeah.
give it me.
Yeah.
Because I haven't finished reading that.
Okay. Thank you, Carl.
And for Steve, a little chat up lines.
A little book of chat-up lines.
That's fantastic.
That's great, Carl.
Well, we'll see you in 3 months. But carry on emailing Carl. Cherish Carl Pilkington. He sits in a little room by himself, so keep him in touch. And we'll see you in August. We're going to leave you with something that we all love. This is There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by the Smiths. Very apt, I think. Goodbye.
See you later.